What is going on? We are back on Twitch. Let's get it. Let's do it. Can't wait to see how it goes down in the DMs. Gonna be a fun matchup here. The Eastern Conference Championship game. Only one of these teams will face Huntington Beach. Will it be a rematch of last season's United Bowl? If that's the case, it'll be Toronto winning tonight. But Pittsburgh is on a Cinderella story now. They're trying to prove all the doubters wrong. They're ready to make some plays, and I can't wait to see what goes down in the set here. I didn't come alone again. Caboose is with me. He says he's ready to get this one started. It's kind of late. How you feeling, my friend?
I'm tired, but you know what? We're gonna do this anyways.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely tired as well. Long day of work. Came home late, then we had to deal with technical difficulties and everything, but with my smart mind, I found a way to get the job done, and it's rolling. It's looking good. We're gonna go ahead and get this one started. I accidentally did not start the exclamation point USFA when we got the game streaming, so make sure you do that now again, just to make sure that you are in it. I see 4 entries up in here, so I think that's everybody there from what I'm currently seeing. But without further ado, you know how it is, man. You let me know when to get this one started.
Hey, let's get this party rolling. People have been waiting long enough.
Waiting long enough indeed, and we're going to go ahead and get this one underway, and it's going to be the Pittsburgh Roughnecks starting off with the football. It's going to be returned, taking it past the 20, and just got stuck right at the end of that play there. And we're going to go ahead and get this one started. Money Mills looking to do some damage here, trying to get to his first ever United Bowl. Is going to be a carry there, and he's going to pick up about 2 on the play. Actually going to lose the ball.
I don't know how you pick up 2 when you're going backwards like that. It doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah, I was thinking he was at the 20 for some reason, and I seen the 22-yard line. I was kind of tripping there. My bad, y'all. It's going to be a long day, but we're here, and we're going to make it. It's going to be a pass here. Money Mills looking for a passer, goes left side with it, deflected, and potentially could have got caught there, but I don't think he was able to get his hands on it. 3rd and 12.
Yeah, I think that was being deflected out of bounds as well, so would have been a difficult catch to make.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get past the 35-yard line, 34.5, but they got to go further back as the right tackle moves. And I'm assuming Toronto's going to pin those ears back.
Yeah, tough opening drive here for Pittsburgh. Losing yards rather than really gaining any.
Shotgun again. Long 3rd down situation. They send the blitz, goes right side with it, over the heads of who I believe is D'Angelo Jackson and the big homie Guy Clausen. That's going to be a quick punt forced there by Toronto.
Yeah, hard to port side, something like that. Hard to port side, something like that.
Yeah. I was thinking military stuff again. You know how my head goes. But it's gonna be 4th down and gonna be punted here. Trying to shut off the first tackler, but that's Mother Dunn there on the set. She had a big interception in the last game. It's gonna be 1st and 10 coming.
Well, unlike the offensive fireworks that we kind of saw last game with Dallas and Huntington Beach, I think we're in for quite the defensive duel on this side of things.
One of the issues Toronto had overall was their offense. They've been very inconsistent. They have had a really good job on the ground game, as Austin Wilson's only going to pick up 1 yard, tackled by Arn Jacobson. It's going to be 2nd and 9 coming. It's interesting to see where Toronto could take this offense.
You know, you say Arn Jacobson. Yeah, you know, I know that guy.
I know you know that guy. Kind of familiar here in these parts. Been around the league for a good long time. Looking to pitch it right side and caught, rumbling, and picks the 1st down up. And that's going to be a gain of 10 there to just chill. His first ever playoff catch. Going to be a fake of the handoff, and they're going straight up the middle with it. Going to cut up and get to the 35-yard line. Interesting set right there, going with a little bit of the read option.
And it worked for them. I mean, that's a pretty big, significant pickup on the ground there.
35-yard line is here. Toronto, they want to get a rematch. They want to see Huntington Beach again. They got beat up pretty good last time these two teams played this season. That's going to throw it right side, going to be incomplete, and that was dangerous.
Definitely dangerous, but, you know, I think I saw Arn over there, and he can't catch worth a damn, so.
Did have that one INT for a touchdown earlier this season. He's looking to do it again. That'll be a great addition to the stat sheet on the season. Is going to be a pistol formation, and they're going to hand it off, and the blocking is perfect. Going to take off. There goes Austin Wilson, and he's not going to get touched. Toronto on top. Beautiful blocking there.
Excellent blocking all up and down the field there. Everyone bought into that, and when you get blocking like that, it's hard to not get big gains on the ground.
Appreciate you, Guy Clausen, there for the 200 biddies right there, but that's not going to work there. It's going to be 7-0. And yes, indeed, he did make some adjustments to the defense in regards to make sure you get on the field a little bit more, for sure. And I did add them, so you're going to be on the field a lot more, for sure. But in most cases, you don't want your defense on the field that much. You want to have the offense on the field a lot more and put them points up. But of course, you don't want to give up pretty quick drives either. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance to it, Caboose.
Absolutely. You know, the good thing about scoring quickly on your drives is that, well, you scored. But your defense might not appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. If you're just looking to rack up stats, then yeah, get on the field as much as possible, but only going to hurt yourself and your team if you can't get the other team off the field, as we're going to see Pittsburgh on for their second drive. The first one, not so pretty. Money Mills looking to do it here, because we're going to see a handoff pushing forward, juking up and getting thrown forward a little bit of Ziggy, picking up 6. Good fight.
Yeah, definitely a good fight. Positive yards on that play. And now you just got to kind of string the drive together and get something up on the board here.
2nd and 4 coming up here. Money Mills. Before faking the handoff, they send the blitz, but blocked perfectly, and he's going to take off to run, then throw it right side and caught. It's going to be taken off past the 45 to the 40, and Pittsburgh's on the move thanks to the hands and the feet of KT.
Anthony Stank picking that up, finding himself in some space. Looks like that DB kind of got stuck in by the threat of the QB run and left Stank wide open there.
1st and 10 coming up, shotgun set. Going to send what appears to be offensive lineman in motion, and they're going to give it to the ground game, and he's probably going to pick up a half a yard, and that's really about it.
They're going to call it a full yard.
They're going to call it a full yard, but the yard marker there next to the play clock didn't move, so kind of interesting to see. They're probably giving him half, something like that, but a little bit more than that. 2nd and 9 coming, shotgun set. They're going to pass it, going to throw it right side and caught, and he's going to rumble forward after the tackle to pick up about maybe 1 yard. Now it's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it was a good tackle there right off the catch, preventing any extra yards. They're playing pretty tight there on these wide receivers right now.
Pittsburgh has a slot player open. We'll see if they guard him up. Looking for a man, looking right side, and throws it straight to Yogi Barr. It's going to be picked off, taking it past the 40, down to the 43. And the Toronto defense showing some love, getting Jack James and the gang back on the field. going to go ahead and send the wide receiver in motion, looking right side and going to be caught. Pushing forward, a gain of 9 after that one to Dusty Rooks. Last time these two teams played, didn't look very pretty there for Pittsburgh. And one of Pittsburgh's losses was to Toronto, and they got shut out. So they're looking to not make that happen tonight.
Well, anything can happen. Any given Sunday, Pittsburgh's gotten to this point. They deserve to be here after everything that they've gone through. So we'll see what they can make the most of the opportunity.
We're going to throw a quick out there to Just Chill. Kind of going backwards, but he was able to get back to the 46-yard line or so. Or that's where the forward progress was stopped, I suppose. But going to be 1st and 10 coming. Shotgun set. See what they could do here. Looking for a pass and rolling straight into a close to sack leader. Ryan Dobbins taking him down for a loss of 5. Rolled right into that one for Boost.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen this quite a few times across the league. It's that blind side kind of getting hit in the back a little bit. And, your weak side tackles, they got to be able to stop those.
3rd and 15 coming up. Can't be mad at that if you're a Pittsburgh fan. Toronto, they're looking to get some big yards on this play. Almost got Rhino offsides, but it's going to be past right side, going to be tackled, and he's not picking up the first down that way. Down to the 42. I think Pittsburgh did enough to force a punt.
Yeah, I don't think this is quite field goal territory for their kicker right now.
It's 59 yards. That would be a pretty tough get. So they're going to go ahead and send out the punter version of thicker kicker, and not going to be able to reciprocate that. The defense did its job. Now the offense needs to make up for that INT.
Absolutely. You can't be having INTs against defenses like Toronto. Ball management is going to really come into play here.
They're able to get a first down on the last drive. There's just one?
I think maybe 2.
Yeah, I think they got 2 on that last drive, so they're trying to do something good here. They're going to send the fullback in motion and then hand it off. Cutting up, and he's going to get jumped in the air. He tried to hurdle one guy, but there was a defensive player waiting for him.
Yeah, that's just not quite going to work. Not enough speed out of the backfield there. Got caught up on too many bodies and really just gained a couple yards, if that.
The rest was history on that one. He got that's a spine buster if you're a wrestling fan. We're going to see a fake of the handoff. The block picks up. The pass is better, and that'll take him to the 35-yard line. Got to give Ziggy credit on that play. Could have been really bad. That was Yogi Barr rushing him, too. He held him up pretty good.
Oh, yeah. No, that was pretty solid.
10 plays so far. 6 of them have been passes up to this point, and they're going to fake the handoff. But this time the rush gets home, and there goes the rangy safety Zumi Anderson coming through and taking them back 10.
Not a good look there for your tackles, and whoever's supposed to be blocking that man, they need to figure out who that is and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Pistol formation coming up. They're going to fake the handoff again. Going to launch left side and going to be incomplete. It looked like Guy Clausen had his hands on it, but there was really tight coverage there.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that 44 was bearing right down on him as he made that throw.
They got to get 20 yards. Single back set. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end here. Gonna be passing it, looking for a man. The block picks up, but the pass off the mark, and nothing doing here. 4th and 20.
Yeah, Money Mills looks a little jumpy right now. Maybe not completely settled. Overthrew his man by a pretty wide margin there.
Didn't look like it would have picked the first down up, even if he got it. It's going to be a punt here from Anita, sending this one away to about the 22-yard line. It's going to be returned, and a great block right at the end to free up another 7 or 8 yards. Aki Hernandez. Pistol formation coming up here for Toronto, looking to get something going. Almost got a man off sides. Quick pitch left side and caught. Run with forward, and it's going to be 1st and 10 right there.
Toronto's just kind of connecting right now on some of these chunk plays, so to speak. These 6-7 yard plays that slowly eat your way down the field.
Handoff here, pushing forward, trying to get through, but he's going to drag another man for another couple of yards after contact. Going to pick up about 4.
Wrong running right there. Keep the legs turning and good things happen.
Getting close to midfield here. The first quarter still winding down. Only one score up to this point in favor of Toronto, 7-0. As we're going to see another stretch to the outside, and he's going to push forward to pick up about, I want to say about 10 or 12. Extra push by Arn got him extra yardage.
It very well may be. That man could probably launch that guy into the air 20-30 feet.
1st and 10 coming, looking for a man again. Looking right side is going to be caught. Run with forward, and he's reaching out for another extra yardage, and he's going to pick it up. Levi Timms the second, making it to the 23. And that is going to be the end of quarter numero uno, folks. Let's go ahead and get into it. Flip the field. It's going to set up 1st and 10 coming. Looking for a man, and it's going to be a handoff. Going to get a couple of yards or so. And it's going to make it 2nd and 7. Gonna be 2nd and 7. A blitz doesn't quite get home, but the pass does, and that'll take him to the 1-yard line. Levi Timms the second, making the catch, and Jax James is on the money tonight with these passes, even under pressure.
Yeah, he's dotting them up pretty well right now, and Pittsburgh's gonna have to find a way to stop that.
1st and goal coming. Passing it here, looking for a man. Gonna go right side with it, and gonna be caught. And that is another beautiful drive led by Toronto. 2-score ball game. And Pittsburgh needs to find a way. They're gonna review it, but I think he had both feet in bounds. And he did.
I was gonna say, I could understand why they're reviewing it. It was pretty close there. He might have not gotten both feet in.
13-0. Kick is up and good. And Toronto's going to make it 14-0. Pittsburgh still in the ball game, all things considered. They just need their offense to kick it to the next gear. Looking at the chat, what's going on, big homies? I see a lot of Toronto representation popping up in here to match all the Pittsburgh people up in here. I see Jax James doing his thing. He's loving what he's seeing. Yogi Barr already has an interception. Didn't lead to any points on that particular set, but definitely a great play there from him. Who else up here? Blake up in here. Yeah, he up in there. Blake Ranger, he playing. Like I said, the outside linebackers is always a tough position. especially in Madden, because there's so many formations that don't have either a left or a right. So if you're on a specific spot, you got to make sure that you find a way to put him maybe in the middle linebacker 2 slot as well, so you can keep him on the field. And then you also have the sub linebacker as well to help out. As we're going to see 1st and 10 coming up. Gonna be faking the handoff here, and he's gonna get hit as he throws, and that ain't good there. He's been taking a lot of hits tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of hits on Money Mills tonight, and you know, if you're Pittsburgh, you gotta find a way to protect your quarterback a little bit better.
Going to be passing this one, trying to something, but I think he got helped out. Yogi Barr had a great play on a couple of drives ago, but not this time. That'll put him 1st and 10.
Yeah, the face mask, just not a good penalty to take when you're already at the quarterback. Like, that's just, you got to keep your hands down.
Got to wrap him up around the waist and keep it pushing. Don't go high, as we're going to see a motion here. Looking for a handoff and going to rumble forward to about the 35, and he rumbles forward still on his feet. Actually on top of a player to keep him going, to give him 7.
You know, sometimes you just roll over a crowd of bodies and you pick up a few extra yards, you know? You're not technically down yet. Might as well keep going.
Shotgun set. Faking the handoff, the block better this time around, but he's going to take off to run. Going to throw left side and caught, rumbling forward, and that will keep the drive alive for sure. Great job there by Mills to avoid the pressure there.
Yeah, another nice throw on the run to Stank. Honestly, you'd like to see Stank stay on their feet, but all things considered, a first down's a first down.
Almost got him off sides there with the hike. Going to fake and then hand off, going to push forward and not going anywhere that way as the bot player gets a touch.
Yeah, just ran into a crowd of orange and there's nothing to do there.
Shotgun set here, 2nd and 10. Toronto with the heavy man coverage, and Crim Reaper says hello, taking them down for the sack, and it's another long 3rd down situation here for Pittsburgh.
And you just can't keep doing this to yourself. You know, eventually, like, you've got to protect your quarterback. You can't keep letting him take these hits.
3rd and 18 coming up. Looking for something crazy. Gonna go ahead and launch short and not gonna get where they need to be. Right where they was right before all the calamity happened. And they're gonna have to go ahead and give it back to Toronto.
Yeah, not what Pittsburgh needed on that drive.
I think a pin could help them out if they can try to get it up in there, looking for a bounce, and had the right opportunity, but the football looks like the corner of it hit the turf, and that bounced it into the end zone. Pittsburgh currently down 14. The defense back onto the field. I'm going to go ahead and pass the handoff, a spin move, and going to run straight into Preston Dotson and the big homie Big House the third. Going to make it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen P-Dot all game. I'm kind of surprised. He's usually a little bit more noticeable up to this point.
Most definitely. I think this is where they're going to try to turn him up here, bringing him close to a receiver, and they're going to go ahead and send him on a blitz, and did force an incompletion. So maybe that's something they need to start trying out.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to be effective.
Preston, one of the faster safeties in the league. looking to make an impact. And I'm pretty sure he's leading all players in total tackles going into this game, as that is going to be picked off. It's going to be Hunter Jackson, and that's going to set Pittsburgh up. Now the offense got to take advantage. It's going to be a shotgun set. They're going to fake the handoff here, looking for a man. Going to go midfield and caught. First down play inside the 10. Pittsburgh's in business, Caboose.
Absolutely, and this is right where you want to be after an interception, breathing down the neck of the end zone.
This is what the playoff teams have to do. They got to cash in on turnovers. And in my opinion, this is a must touchdown drive. As we're going to see a pass here, look and go short with it. It's going to be caught turning up. Great awareness there by KK33, a.k.a. Keenan Kurtz, taking it to the 5-yard line.
That was almost one too many Ks.
Oh yeah, you're right. That would be crazy coming from me too, right? But it's going to be 2nd and goal coming up. Looks like Anthony Stank there in the slot, looking for a pass here. They're going with the slant pattern. And going to be caught. And there it goes. One score ball game just like that. All it takes is one defensive front. But they're going to review that one. And it's going to be upheld. So great job there for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it all started with that interception by Hunter Jackson to put them in an excellent position to score.
You don't make it this far without finding a way how to make some touchdowns. And Pittsburgh, they've been slow to the gate. But all it takes is one play on defense to get your body right. Now they got it back to a 7-point affair. Toronto coming back onto the field. And if Pittsburgh plays their cards right, they could very well potentially tie the ball game up before the half.
Absolutely. Made a quick 3 and out here for Toronto. And, Pittsburgh has got 3 timeouts. They've got the 2-minute warning. They very well could get the ball back and with time to spare.
Five minutes, 44 seconds left. Pittsburgh setting up for the kickoff. Going to send it deep as Anita. And it's going to be returnable. Going to take it from the 1-yard line. Here comes Aki Hernandez, a.k.a. the Aki way. Taking it to the 32-yard line. Jax James coming back onto the field. Let's see what they could do.
I don't normally mention returns, but that was like a 30-yard return right there. That was a pretty nice one.
Mm-hmm. Got to give credit to the blockers as well, getting them up that far. As we're going to see 1st and 10 here. Austin Wilson there in the backfield, ready to get another touch potentially. And they're going to go ahead and give it to him, and he's going to rumble forward for about 5. Can't be bad at that run.
No, 5 yards is the first down runs.
Second and 5 coming up here. Going to be running this to the left side, cutting around, and he will get the first down on that play. That's going to go ahead and set up 1st and 10.
And right now, the Toronto run game is kind of having their way with Pittsburgh, which is kind of surprising.
Pittsburgh's been doing a very good job this year in regards to the run defense. And they're going to be ending this one off here, and it's going to be another gain of about 4. Honestly, without the big run from earlier, he's averaging somewhere around 3 to 4 yards a carry. He's been stopped a few times, and I'd like to see a little bit more. Maybe if he could try to break away for one more.
Well, of course, if you're Pittsburgh, you want the exact opposite. You'd love to see your guys stopping him in the backfield.
That is fair, because that pass is going to be off the mark. And it's going to set up 3rd and 6. Pittsburgh with an opportunity here. send a man in motion. There goes Dusty Rooks, and he's going to take off to run and run straight into a sack. It's going to be Dougie Townsend. And the defense of Pittsburgh is going to get off the field. The offense is going to have a chance. What a play there from the D lineman.
Absolutely. And well, I mean, look at the time. Still a lot of time left on that clock. And Pittsburgh still has all 3 timeouts.
Gonna be looking for a bounce, and it barely bounces away from the goal line. Pittsburgh's got a long field ahead of them, and they cannot make a mistake here.
No, absolutely not. This is some dangerous, dangerous territory. You know, and that's the risk you run when you decide to not catch that ball.
Just crazy right there. At the 1 yard line. Ziggy is back there, and they got to back him up a little bit further as much as they can.
I mean, I don't know if you can get much further back.
They really can't. Watch the goal. The ball's going to be on the goal line. Close to it. Going to be 1st and 10, and they're going to start in the shotgun. We're going to pass from here, which is very risky. He's going to throw a short in. Pittsburgh got away with one. They were coming.
Oh, they were coming.
They got away with one. That was pretty close. But it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up.
And you're still under the shadows of your own goalposts here, so you really still have to be careful.
2.5 minutes left, and they're going to fake the handoff, looking for a man. Goes left side with it and caught. 1st down play. And that will at least give him some breathing room, for sure.
Absolutely. You definitely needed that.
Now take us to the 2-minute warning here. Don't forget, the giveaway is coming up, so exclamation point USFA to get in the giveaway if you haven't already. First and 10 coming up, single back. Got Keenan Kurt there. Going to be a short drop back, looking to throw it right side, and going to be caught, taking that one out of bounds as well. So only burnt about
a couple
seconds or so, yeah, and picked up 7.
That's not a bad pace. 3 seconds, 7 yards.
You could get some points out of that, you know?
Yeah.
But they're going to go with the single back again, 2 tight end, looking for a man quickly, left side in, off the hands of the Grim Reaper. He forced that one.
Yeah, that was definitely a pocket collapsing panic throw, and that almost turned bad. Good news though, 3rd and 3, definitely a manageable down.
Left side and wide open. Got Clausen, run and flee, run and flee. I can't speak right now. Extra point away to a tied ball game. Can't do that any better, Caboose.
Yeah, you know, we all just heard that Stags has fleas, and I just want to make sure that's canon. Everyone knows that now.
I can't speak right now. Got chest cold, allergies kicking up. But Pittsburgh said they'll pat my back to make sure I'm straight. A 5-play, 100-yard drive here in the playoffs.
That's insane. But you know what? It is the playoffs. This is what you come to see. You know, it wouldn't be the playoffs if crazy things didn't happen, you know?
That might have been the longest drive in USFA playoff history.
Oh, possibly.
I can't think of a longer drive for a touchdown.
I mean, I can think of some for the old CSFA, but
yeah, I'm talking big leagues.
Yeah.
Even in the CSFA, I don't really think so.
No, Orange County CHP.
Was it for a touchdown though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think it was like a 1 or 2 player.
Yeah. I'd have to look at the archives, you know what I'm saying? All the games are always posted there on the YouTube channel, so relive all your favorite USFA moments, all the good stuff. But Toronto was up 14-0 at one point. Now we're back to a new ball game.
This is true. And who gets the ball at half?
Pittsburgh got the ball at to start the game, so Toronto's going to start.
So, I mean, Toronto...
Toronto starting it up. Yep. And there's going to be a first down play there. Toronto could very well drive down, get a long touchdown of their own, but I think any points on this drive would be good because Toronto's offense has been kind of stagnant recently.
Well, I'm just going to put this out there. Toronto has the opportunity to drag this drive out for the rest of the quarter and then put up some points and then take another 2-possession lead to start the next half.
2nd and 10 here. Pittsburgh says their Cinderella story is not done yet. And Toronto better be on their game because we're starting to see a little bit of the issues that they've been having earlier this season. They started out strong, then all of a sudden they mellow out. They can't get it right as that pass is going to be caught to the 47-yard line. Still got a minute. So they still got all 3 timeouts as well, so no need to rush. Good job, Aaron Jacobson, not allowing too many yards after the catch. His pistol set, 50 seconds left, gonna pass it again. Protection solid, looks left side with it, gonna be caught, and he's gonna be tackled down at the 34. They're in business to do something now.
Yeah, this is pretty much field goal range, so you gotta start burning timeouts.
Mm-hmm. You gotta see what the medal is of this team here. Toronto looking to get back to the United Bowl. Pittsburgh looking to get to their first ever United Bowl appearance. And they're the last team out of the original 6 to not make it. Outside of Arizona? Did they make it?
They've made it once.
Okay, so yeah, they'll be the last out of the 6 original. As we're going to see, a pass there is going to be caught for a gain of 9. Definitely in field goal range up to this point. And we'll see what they can do. I think best case scenarios here for Pittsburgh, either a big sack or a turnover, obviously.
Yeah, any kind of turnover right now would be huge.
2nd and 1, going to be a big drop back, and he's looking to turn away, trying to get away from the rush. He's using that speed, throws as he's hit, and that was almost fumble territory, my friend.
I'm surprised that isn't a fumble.
Nah, I think his arm went forward, but I think if that defensive player was just 5 ticks faster in that speed column, definitely a different play, but it's going to be 3rd and 1 here, so they're going to give Pittsburgh another chance, potentially. As we're going to see a drop back, looking for a man, closing in. And I think that's that sack that I was talking about. Rhino Dobbins doing it again. And it's going to be a pretty long field goal here. It's 50+.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to make that field goal. I mean, you might as well attempt it, but...
Not an easy one, like it was before.
No.
Just so everyone's knowledge, the 30-yard line, that is 47 yards. So you can add 5 to it because we're in the 37. So, wait, more than that. Well, I'm tripping. My math is off. I told you I'm sick. We're going to go ahead and kick this one away. It's up, and it's going to be dunked off the right uprights. And both of the kickers that have not missed the kick all season long have missed it in the conference championship games. If you remember in the last game, Aiden Teixeira, he's perfect. He missed the extra point, and then we missed a long field goal here. That's pretty crazy.
And the long field goal is a little bit more understandable than an extra point.
Most definitely. Going to see a pass here, looking to launch it right side. Going to be incomplete.
That was pretty dangerous triple coverage right there.
2nd and 10. Got to assume that the Hail Mary will be their next play.
More than likely, yeah.
That's
Or
probably what
watch
they're
them
trying
just,
to do. Try to get a 50-50 ball up there, get them close. But
yeah.
it didn't work out, as they do have the Hail Mary formation. Looking to launch this to the right side. Gonna be incomplete. And a very interesting first half is over, Caboose.
You know, and we are deadlocked at 14. It's basically 0-0.
Sending this one away here. Toronto will start with the football. Is going to be returned. Taking the pass to 20. Going to try to shut off the first man, but there is a flag on Toronto. That'll take him to the 14. Pittsburgh will take it.
Some solid positioning here at the current moment for the Pittsburgh defense. But, you know, Toronto just saw Pittsburgh go the entire length of the field. You know they're thinking that they can do the same thing.
Most definitely. We're going to see the single back set. If I'm Toronto, I'd probably try to make this happen. A long drop back, throws the left side, and won't be getting too much, but I'm sure they'll take a gain or two.
Absolutely. It's better than a loss of anything.
Or a gain of nothing.
True. Or a gain of 1. If we really want to get technical about it.
You're not wrong. I mean, hey, I'll tell you if you're wrong, but you right on point. 2nd and 8 coming up, shotgun. Here comes Jax James again, launching right side, and gonna be incomplete. As that was some really great defense there.
Yeah, who is that? 25?
Yeah, that was Hunter Jackson. He's been playing his heart out.
You know, he's kind of being a ball hawk right now.
Got cast away from the Detroit team. And here he is in Pittsburgh, making it happen. One of the free agent signings, as the middle of the field is wide open. And Pittsburgh was expecting something deep. And Toronto took advantage of it.
Yeah, just gave up a little bit too much underneath. And are forced to make an open field tackle on, who is that, Dusty Rooks?
Mm-hmm.
Those are two big men hitting each other.
Passing it here, goes left side with it and caught. Mother done with the tackle. Going to take it for a first down play. Single back set here. And they're going to try to delay handoff. Preston is waiting for him. Going to be a short gain. And 10 carries for 80 yards there for Austin Wilson. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of those yards came from his, 30, 40-yard rushing touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
So, it goes to show you, just one good run can really make your night.
2nd and 5 coming up here. Here comes Jax James, going to look for a man to throw to, but running out of time and going to get chopped down as Doug Townsend. He says he could get 2 sacks in the game too, not trying to be outdone by Rhino.
Oh, that makes this 3rd down really, really difficult here. 3rd and 19, almost a country mile. You got to think they're just going to clog up anything deep.
3rd and 19 here. Shotgun set, passing it. Going to go short with it. Going to be caught, but does not keep his feet under him. Don't think he was going to make the first down regardless. I did see Preston and a couple other players over there, but
yeah,
that's going to make it 4th down, and the Pittsburgh defense gets to stop.
Absolutely, and it was a promising drive at the beginning there. You know, a couple different first downs for Toronto, but 1 sack kind of killed it.
Sending this one away, looking for another pin, and I think he's going to get one down to the 3.
I think at this point, if you're Pittsburgh, you just need to start catching these balls and trying to return them for as much as you possibly can.
Pittsburgh's been in this spot before in this ball game. And if they play their cards right and put up some big numbers, they could do it again. As he's going to go ahead and throw this one to the right side, and he does get on 3 more yards. Few
extra yards, a little bit of extra breathing room, and We'll see if Pittsburgh can escape their end zone again.
2nd and 7 coming up. Toronto with about a 40-yard lead in regards to yards, as he's going to go deep again and going to be incomplete, as Anthony Stank just could not hang on. That would have been one of the better plays of the night.
That might have been one of the best plays of the night. So I would like to see that hit again, see if it was maybe a little early, maybe it wasn't. Refs didn't throw a flag, so.
3rd and 7 coming up here. Going to pass it, looking for a man, and that is just going to be a quick throwaway. Not too much he could have done there. It didn't look like too much was open initially, but I don't think that was enough time or the right spot to try to decipher the defense.
No, definitely not a good spot to try and figure things out in terms of the defense. Just got to make a quick decision and get the ball out of your hands.
Rather punt it away, get your defense back on, than try to force something crazy, as that is going to be returned into Pittsburgh territory. And Toronto isn't mad at that. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Toronto in striking distance here, threatening to go up potentially by another 7.
Going to be passing it here, looking, goes left side with it and caught. Field goal range there. After that pass to the left side, Phoenix Jones making it happen.
Phoenix Jones, I think that's the first time we've heard his name all night.
Well, he has 5 catches.
Interesting. Maybe I'm just not paying attention.
Big drop back, turning away, getting the rush again. Hit as he throws. Almost another sack there for Mr. Dobbins. And Toronto is thankful they have a guy that can run.
Yeah, right now the athleticism of... why am I blanking on his name? Jax James is kind of keeping them in this game.
Gonna be a short drop back here. Trying to work his way, and he's going to throw it away again. As now it's going to be 3rd and 10. The D-line here for Pittsburgh starting to turn up a little bit.
Yeah, Rhino Dobbins is just getting in there. And I mean, honestly, I don't know who's going to be able to stop him. That man looks like a whale put on pads.
3rd down and 10 here. Empty set here for Jax James. Gonna look for something here. Gonna turn away, go to 360 no scope, and it's gonna be picked off, but it will not count. Angel Flugel had no room to get his feet down, and that's gonna force a field goal attempt.
Oh, I mean, honestly, rather the field goal attempt, hope they miss it, than pinning yourself on your 1-yard line again.
That's fair. As they're gonna try from the left hash here, thicker kicker. Much more easier field goal here. This is gonna be up, and it will be good. And now make it 17-14.
Now Pittsburgh with a chance to take their first lead of the night. Max seems to have disappeared.
I'm back.
There he's back.
Right on time. As we're going to see Toronto sending this one away to Pittsburgh. The defense once again doing this job. And if Pittsburgh can get their offense back rolling, they could have themselves a lead.
I think last time they weren't quite able to escape their end zone. And that's no, discredit to them. It's a hard thing to do.
Most definitely. This is going to be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they're going to start on the ground, cutting up, and he almost broke free, but there is a flag at the end of it very late, and it looks like it's Brett Tavian that's going to pull him to the 15.
Well, good news, it's still first down. So, yes, it's a long first down, but you get your first down back.
1st and 20 coming up here. Final 7 minutes of the third quarter. There's going to be a pass here. Looking, goes left side. It's going to be caught there by Keenan to take it past the 21. First past the 22 to 21. And like just like you said, it is first down on that previous play. You don't got to get it all on the first down play. It will be great, but you could work your way, chip it down to a level that is easier.
I think a good 6, 7, 8 yards right here would make this third down really manageable.
Gonna look for a man here. Gonna avoid the sack, and he potentially had a man there, and that's gonna make it 3rd and 14. But it was a little bit off.
Yeah, I think just trying to throw that through the contact made it a little bit too difficult.
Pistol formation coming. They gotta get past the 35-yard line to keep the drive alive. Gonna be looking for a man here. Gonna go short with it and caught, trying to get the first down himself, and he gets stood out 1 yard short.
Yeah, do you go for it?
Not this early and not in this position. At this point, gotta play the field position and hope your defense can do the same thing on the other side.
I might be the one to say, let's risk it, let's roll the dice.
Yeah, and then if you can't get that yard, then you're going to wish you listen to Papa Stacks here. As it's going to be returned, and he's going to take it to the 22. And at this point, field position is going to be Pittsburgh's friend, assuming they can get a stop.
Yeah, I got to get a quick stop here and play this field position game. But overall, it's been a very fun, back and forth, entertaining game of football from both sides.
I love it, my friend. It's going to be a drop back here from Jax James. Quick pitch and caught. Pushing forward. You see the hops there on Aaron Jax. He's in the split leg. He's like, you ain't going to get me. You ain't going to catch me slipping. That was nice. It's going to be 2nd and 2. I didn't know he could do that.
The big man got some jump. Who knew?
2nd and 2 coming up. Shotgun set. 3 wide receivers to the left of the formation, and they're going to send tight end Dusty Rooks there to the right, looking for a man again. Goes right side and caught. First down play down to the 43.
Pittsburgh right now in full control of their destiny. A little down by 3.
1st and 10, and it's going to make it 1st and 15. Looks like the offensive line got a little jumpy. Pittsburgh's not going to be mad at it.
Absolutely not. And, for Toronto, those little errors, they can stack up. You can't be having those, especially against a Pittsburgh team that's looking to prove themselves.
1st and 15 here. Going to quick pitch left side and going to be caught. Going to pick up about 10 of them. Be passing it here again. Goes left side and going to be caught there by Phoenix Jones. Been catching Mother Dunn slipping there on those quick curls.
Yeah, just a little bit faster on that change of direction. Mother Dunn needs an extra second to catch up, and he's been making her pay. But one thing I kind of want to note is Pittsburgh isn't getting to the quarterback anymore, and it's allowing Jax James to make these kinds of plays.
We're going to try the left side again, same route, and it works out, and it gets them to the 25. Toronto back in scoring range. But you are definitely right about that. The pass rush has been kind of tamed recently. But this is where Pittsburgh needs to do its job, potentially hold them to another 3 or kick them out of field goal range. As they're going to try the ground game. Cutting around is the big homie, and he's going to get a penalty there, is the left guard. So that's going to help out Pittsburgh. They need to make it right, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can only get bailed out by flags so many times. You're going to have to start making some plays here.
First and 14 coming up, passing it again, looking for a man. Running out of time. Robbins almost got there, but it will force a throwaway.
Well, they almost got to him. Made this a very, very interesting third down, but as it stands, 3rd and 14, still in striking distance.
2nd and 14. There's going to be pistol formation coming up here for Toronto, and they're going to give it to the ground game. Rumble forward for about 5. Right back to the 25-yard line. It's 3rd and 11. Third down and 11. Passing it again, goes left side with it and caught, turn it up. Gonna spin forward, and he's not gonna get the first down. He's gonna be shy a yard, but Toronto can think a little bit here. Do they want to go for it?
They very well could. It's at no risk to them. They're in the lead, and a field goal doesn't really change much.
And they are going to go for it here. Not single back. They got the set, looking to push forward in a big hole for Dog in them. Pushing forward to the 3, make it the 4. And he only had 1 touch all game long, and it's this one. He made do for it.
Yeah, this was, kind of a questionable decision to try and cut right there, but still, they got the first down. They got what they needed.
That's going to make it 1st and goal coming up. Going to be a delay, going to be pushing forward, and he's going to rumble forward to the 1-yard line, and that is going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Throw your 4s up in the chat, and we'll go ahead and flip the field, as it's going to be Austin Wilson there in the backfield. Pittsburgh's lining them up, and the blocking just perfect there for Toronto. 9-point ball game, and the home team's going to take the lead even further. That was a big hole right there.
You could say that again.
PAT is up and good. Pittsburgh going to need to turn up a little bit.
They're only 2 possessions. They've got a whole 4th quarter to work with. Lots of time left in this game.
A full 4th quarter ahead of them. 3 timeouts. And they could work with a field goal if that's all they could get on this upcoming drive. But, of course, you want to get the touchdown out the way, make it a lot easier for you down the line.
Absolutely. Really, if you could just keep putting in some touchdowns, make your life a lot easier.
(24-14) is your score. Pittsburgh coming back onto the field. Money Mills gonna need to dig deep, as we'll see the return there by Anthony Stank. Pushing forward, rumbling to about the 26, and is going to make it 1st and 10. Passing it again, goes left side, and a quick throwaway.
I'm not sure I like that decision. You know, he had an extra maybe second or two. He could have figured something out.
Shotgun set coming up. Taking the handoff here. Looking middle of the field and gonna be caught. And I think that's enough for a potential first down, and they'll give it to him. Guy Clausen doing his thing.
Guy Clausen's really been torching Toronto all game.
Win, lose, or draw, can't say that he didn't give his best effort for sure. I love to see it. First and 10. Empty pocket, looking to go towards Ziggy, who's going to roll forward after the contact and pick up about 8. They're going to say 7. Four catches, 35 yards there for Ziggy. Like you said earlier, plenty of time here. Make every play count. This is going to be shotgun set. It's going to be a handoff. There goes Ziggy, who's cutting against the grain. He's going to reach for the first down, and he's going to get
he gets it.
You seen that little last stretch right at the end? That's what got him over.
Pretty much.
Passing this right side and a little bit too far out of bounds, but I think if it was in bounds, I think it could have been potential interception.
It would have been at least a 50-50 ball.
Mm-hmm. Second and 10 coming, passing it again, goes right side with it and caught. There goes Keenan Kurt, who's rolling over the defender, and he's going to pick up the first down. Pittsburgh's on the move here. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the drive, but they only need to finish it.
Mm-hmm. Either way, they're going to need their defense to reciprocate it on the other end. Single back set. Coming up with the pass here, looking for a man. Turn it away and running out of time and sacked. And that was enough time for him to try to do something, but I think he was looking for something big down the field.
Yeah, you know, when there's just nothing there, you got to get rid of it. You cannot hold on to the ball that long.
He's going to set up another second and long situation. It's been happening a few times this ball game. A couple times they've been able to get out of it as they're going to fake the handoff. Once again, a good block going right side, and that is a drop that you do not want to see here in the playoffs.
No, that is cut-worthy. Anseltavian, that ain't it.
Not pretty at all. But that was Brett Tavian, the rookie, who just could not hang on to it. It's going to be 3rd and 18. If they could get close to the first down mark, they could potentially get in field goal range. He's going to spin off one, and he's going to take it to the 39-yard line. And is this go-for-it territory now?
Do you think you can make a field goal from here?
It will be a long one. It'll be around a 56-yarder, but looks like that white guy is going for broke here. They want to pick it up. They want to make it a lot easier if that's the case. Going to be faking the handoff. The blocking is solid, but the play calling not so much.
Oh, man.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Cannot do that.
If there was ever a time to not call a screen, that was it.
Not pretty. Still in play, but they'll need to stop. A quick one at that. Looking for a man. They're going to send 4, and it's going to force a throwaway to stop the clock.
Well, that's helpful at least. Now time is becoming of the essence.
Eight minutes is enough time to score 10 points. As we're going to see a handoff, pushing forward and tackle down. And Pittsburgh needs to get off the field right here.
Yes, they do. They cannot allow another first down, period.
Gonna be passing in and hit as he throws, and once again the pass rush coming home when they need to. You only burnt like 40 seconds.
So Pittsburgh getting the ball back, and you got to think you got to put points up right now. There is no more second chances. This is the second chance.
And now it's more than likely going to be 4-down territory all the way through. And it's going to be sent to the 20-yard line. They're going to need their offense to come through.
Good job there on the punter to make that ball unreturnable.
Gonna be passing it here. Gonna step up and takes off to run, sliding down, picking up 9 on the play. And I think we should have seen a few more of those times happen there for Money Mills. He had some lanes to potentially pick up something.
Yeah, no, it's just he could have done it before, but at least he decided to recognize the situation and make that call now.
Going to make a couple of motions here. All the receivers there to the right of the formation now. As we're going to see a pass here. Quickly middle of the field and caught. And there goes Brett Tavian taking it to the 34. Now, they got to play with the clock a little bit. They can't let it go all the way down just to score 1 touchdown or 1 field goal. They got to pick up the pace.
Yeah, they definitely got to get down the field ASAP because you can only get 8 points and you need 10.
Mm-hmm. Got to give your defense enough time to get you back on offense as he's going to go ahead and launch your left side and going to be almost picked off as they tried him deep, but this time Toronto was right.
Yeah, I like the 50-50 ball, but unfortunately DB had inside positioning on the receiver. As we do need to get that giveaway at some point here. And that's just rough.
Yeah, that ain't pretty right there. 3rd and 19 here. And the sack makes another 3rd and long situation. I'm going to get that spin going. Third and 19, going to launch this right side and going to be punched out of the hands of Brett Tavian. So that's 2 footballs in his hands in big situations that he just could not bring in.
That almost looked like a PI, if I'm being completely honest. There was a lot of contact right before that ball came in.
4th and 19 here. Needs to go deep with it. Gonna launch it right side and almost picked off again. And once again, the Toronto defense smothering this wide receiver group. As we're gonna flip over to the giveaway here, it's gonna be another 5 TPE versus 5 TPE. And it's gonna go to Mr. Guy Clausen. So he's gonna be bringing in 10 extra TPE going into the next season, as it's going to be returned or ran to the left side, I should say. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up. That's 2 4th downs they couldn't convert when they needed them.
There's just a few key moments in those drives that just did not quite click and ultimately ended the drives.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be a drop back here. Looking, goes right side and deflected. And there goes Blake Grant Jr. coming through with the deflection. A field goal will still make it a 2-score ball game, but then they'll need 2 touchdowns as opposed to a touchdown and a field goal. And with only 4.5 minutes left, it's not going to be easy. Going to turn away, throws left side and caught, reaching for the 1st down and picking it up. And that'll be more clock coming off the board for Deuce.
Yeah, this is, for Pittsburgh, it is not looking pretty right now.
All things considered, Pittsburgh did come into this game as heavy underdogs. As we're going to see a hit as he's thrown, and it's going to be no good on that play. Like I was saying, came into this game as the underdogs. Definitely did a great job to tie the ball game up, but I think the gas overall, they kind of lost some of that fire in that offense. Money Mills was getting hit a lot. The run game hasn't really been clicking all the way through. As we're going to see a punch forward to the left side there by Austin Wilson. He's going to hit the century mark, and it's going to be 3rd and inches.
Well, that means we're probably about to see a repeat of last year's United Bowl.
It's definitely looking like the case so far, as Toronto's looking for the finishing touches. The blocking once again great, and he's going to rumble through the tackle of Vaughn Jacobson just to show off a little bit. Toronto's on top. Kicking this one up, and it will be good. And Austin Wilson showing why he's one of the top backs. He's in the running back of the year race. This whole running back of the year race was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, Doc Boone was up there. Caleb Howard had a great season. Ulf Jacobson stepped up. Dominic McKenzie, he led the league in rushing yards, I believe. I mean, there's so many different directions you could go. And I don't know, we can't even fit all of them in the Pro Bowl, so it's going to be interesting who goes up.
Yeah, for sure. Someone's going to have to be crying gypped at some point here.
31-14. Sending this one away. Did not realize that Thicker Kicker kicks with his left. I did not realize that. That's actually pretty sweet. That's going to be down to the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh, a valiant effort on the season. They're going to try to at least get past 20.
Yeah, maybe take some of this point differential and change it up just a little bit. Make it look a little bit nicer.
Going to be looking to turn up. Kilo Mack's going to get his second of the game. A lot of players getting 2 sacks this game. Both quarterbacks getting hit. Kilo Mack, one of my favorite players to watch in the league. Toronto's just sending the blitz heavy as they're going to send another one. Doesn't quite get home. That is a drop, but you can also say that was really good defense too. Keenan Kirk couldn't hang on.
Yeah, Toronto is really just kind of, at this point, exercising their will and making things happen.
Third and 16 coming up here. Short drop back, looking for a man, goes right side with it, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to fit that one to Brett Tavian. He's been getting a lot of targets there on 3rd down.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that's a wise idea anymore.
4th and 16. Pittsburgh not feeling the going for it at this current moment. And I think they may be conceding this one, as they're going to take this one past the 35. First and 10 coming. Toronto with another great defensive game all the way around. Gave up 2 straight scores, but outside of that, they've been on their game, getting to the quarterback, swatting down passes as Pittsburgh sent the blitz, and they're going to pick up maybe a yard or so. 2nd and 9 coming.
So as we kind of get prepared here for United Bowl 11, it's I think safe to say it's going to be Toronto and Huntington Beach again, taking place in Anchorage this year. What are your thoughts?
It's the matchup between two teams that I kind of expected to make it again, as we see a bot player get a sack there. I definitely expected Toronto coming into the season to make it back, and the same thing for Huntington Beach, as we're going to take that one to the 2-minute warning. Huntington Beach beat up on Toronto pretty good this season, and honestly, I can see it again. Just looking back at the United Bowl, I'm not seeing Tyler Deathridge throwing 3 interceptions in the red zone again. So, assuming that doesn't happen, Huntington Beach is still the favorite for me. But Toronto has a great defense available for them to get the job done. And if they can replicate that, get to Tyler Deathridge, Jax James continues plugging away, and he has a game similar to this, he could definitely change some heads for sure. And they could go to the, what's what I'm saying, 2 in a row. There you go.
Yeah, we get that back to back. And I think for both these teams, I mean, they're going to be losing significant pieces in the off season here. Do you think maybe this is kind of a last hurrah for both of them?
I think it's potential. I think Toronto has a much better standing than Huntington Beach does, because I do know for a fact the guys that are taking over for Toronto is someone that's been there, someone that knows the team, knows the players, and it's going to be interesting to see how they transfer over their knowledge from 22 to 24. But overall, I like what Toronto has available for them. It's going to be weird not seeing the Grim Reaper terrorizing quarterbacks, but I got faith in the new system coming in for them. And as far as Huntington Beach goes, I'm not sure where they're going to go. I said my piece on them in the last game, but hey, we'll see what happens there as we're going to finalize this ball game. 31-14 is your score, and we're going to go ahead and get into the statistics. Your player and my player was on Pittsburgh. So what are your thoughts on that white guy and them going into season number 12?
You know what? I think that they've got a nice stable core. They've proven they can make the playoffs now. All they got to do, like, they've proven to everyone they have what it takes to get there. They just need to fine tune a couple things. Maybe get that offensive line to protect Money Mills a little bit better. Maybe upgrade your tight end. And I think they could be potentially a United Bowl team.
Definitely possible for sure. As we go ahead and check into the stats here, went through the offense pretty quickly, but we're here on the defensive side. Mother Dunn leading the way with 10 tackles, and honestly, most of her tackles was because she got beat. Let's keep that completely real with each other. Big House of third there with 8. Hunter Jackson and Aaron Jacobson. Hunter Jackson and Aaron Jacobson each with 8 as well. Angel Flugel with 5. Tamaris Green and Rhino Dobbins gets 4. Darnell Pope, Preston Dotson picking up 3. A slow game for Preston. Wasn't expecting that. Doug Townsend with 2. Blake Grant Jr. gets 2. Austin Wheeler gets 1. And that's all the stats there. Aaron Jacobson with 1 tackle for loss. Doug Townsend, Rhino Dobbins, and a bot picking up some sacks. Townsend and Dobbins gets 2. Hunter Jackson with the quick INT earlier. Great job there. 5 total pass deflections. 1 by Grant Jr., 1 by Jackson, 3 by Jackson. And that's all the defensive stats there. On the other side, the leading tackler will be Yogi Barr with 6. Kilo Mack and Zach Elliott pick up 5. Zumi, Anderson, D'Angelo Jackson, and the Grim Reaper gets 4 in his second to last game. Bam Butler and Thomas Noble gets 3. Dog Gennum, Chris Cross gets 2. Phoenix Jones, Just Chill, Tomlin Juicer, Dexter Hall, and Jeff Jefferson each. Actually, no, he didn't get a tackle. He got a pass deflection. But the rest of the players got 1 on that set. Yogi Barr and Thomas Noble each with a tackle for loss. A lot of sacks here. Krim and Mack each get 2. Zumi Anderson and Barr get 1. Yogi Barr gets the INT. Great job from him. A great game overall from him with 2 pass deflections on top of it. Just ridiculous how great he is. Anderson, Jackson, and Barr each with 2 pass deflections. Krim, Cross, Jones Jr., Jeff Jefferson, and Kilo Mack each with 1. And that's all the defensive stats there. Going into the kicking side of things, the special teams, Thicker kicker missed the field goal, made all of his extra points. That's going to be a total of 7 points there. And Anita didn't have any field goal attempts, but she knocked through all of her extra points, 2 of them in total. Anita averaged almost 52 on 6 punts. Thicker kicker averaged 52.5 on 4 punts, along with 2 inside the 20. And they were pretty critical ones. One of them, they did get a long drive, but the other one forced a quick stop. Can't be mad at that. Special teams doing their thing. Aki Hernandez averaged 27.5 on 2 kick returns. Anthony Sank averaged 25 on 3 kick returns. Punt return wise, only one player there, the Aki way, coming through with an average of almost 9 there on 5 punt returns. As see the scoring summary real quick. Toronto started with the touchdown, the 35-yarder to start it off. Then they scored a 1-yard touchdown pass a couple minutes into the second quarter. Guy Clausen with a pair of touchdowns right after that. Let me get that real quick, and he's going to tie it up. But honestly, it went downhill since then. A 17-0 second half in favor of Toronto. Thicker kicker with the field goal, and then a pair of Austin Wilson touchdown runs. The hat trick there for the big homie, number 22. So that's going to wrap this one up. And we know who's going to make it to the United Bowl. It's going to be Toronto taking on Huntington Beach. And what is going to be the location?
It's going to be in Anchorage, I believe. I said that.
Yeah. It's going to be in Anchorage right here. Let me go ahead and set up shop right there, so we know what's going to happen. Who is going to get the W? Find out tomorrow. And I will be off in the later portion, so we don't have to do it this late. We think it's 7 o'clock, 7:30 is good for you?
Probably.
Okay. Well, if we could do it earlier or later, then let me know. But until then, thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by. We'll go ahead and talk to you later.